Today is Friday the 13th of 2020, and you're watching and listening to the Bush League Bros podcast.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 24 of Bush League Bros Sports Talk. I am Brett Batchelder. That man right there is Paul Liakis. We are the Bush League Bros. And Paul, again, I don't have a big intro or rant to start this show, so I'm just going to get right to it. No, I've got nothing to hoot and holler about. You know, I'm just a pretty chill week for me, which might be a good thing. But how are you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. It's been a pretty busy week for me, but I'm excited to. This feels like a reprieve for me from the busy week I've been having. Like, I'm happy to be doing the podcast, which you hear, Brett. So it's it's great, man. I'm doing well.
I'll try to stress you out a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll make sure I get you a little stressed out on this episode for sure.
Doesn't it feel? Don't you feel? I feel like relieved. I don't know about you. Do you feel like relieved that, like, even though technically it's not over with yet, like there's like it's like the election's
had to talk
gone.
about it. Can we just not go through it a podcast?
But that's
I don't ever want to talk about it again.
I'm saying it's a positive thing. Like, it feels like the election's over with. Yeah. So it's like I just feel good. Like, I feel like, oh, that's like in the rear view. We made it. America didn't implode on itself.
Tomorrow, as social media is really liking to point out, tomorrow is Friday the 13th in 2020.
Oh, God,
so while we're past all that nonsense, who knows what's going to happen tomorrow or the next week? I mean, we had a tropical storm here that took about 30 different turns and hit last night. Mm-hmm. Didn't really do anything.
I was going to say, you survived it, dude. You survived the
I'll tell you what,
storm in Florida.
I'll tell you
Come
what,
on, dude. That's like nothing for you guys.
Yeah, I was pretty insulted, and I think I learned something about so I like to go outside. You know, we talked about this in the last episode, but my routine is like to be outside for at least 30 minutes a day, but most of that's either me for a walk or a run. Went for a walk and a run yesterday.
Nice.
No, it wasn't yesterday. It was the day before. Well, I do it every day, but on this walk, I walked by this house on the street before mine.
Yeah.
And they had all their hurricane shutters up, and I was absolutely offended. Because if you're a real Floridian, this had me think. I was like, no real Floridian is boarding up or putting up their shutters really for anything lower than a Hurricane 3. So if you get a 2 or a 1, you're just like, let's just move some stuff from the garage.
Well, if you're getting a direct hit with a 2, you should probably put them up just to be safe.
Come on, please. Get out. A real Floridian is not boarding up and putting up the shutters. For anything less than a 3.
That's a great point. It's a tropical storm. You don't put up.
No, that's just like a thunderstorm in Florida. You get those every weekend. So, yes, I was a little worried because my area does like to lose power easily, and it's like, am I going to have power today for this?
We're good.
Thankfully,
to go, man.
I woke up, all power. We're here now, and all's well.
We've had like Florida weather here for the past week. It's been like 70 every day. It's been amazing. It's about to get cold as shit again though. So. That's New England for you. So
yeah,
we'll hopefully I won't get. Hopefully I don't get sick again. That's like what fucks me up when it goes hot to cold, bro. But anyways,
I'm gonna need a healthy you. You don't need to spend 8 hours at the clinic getting tested for COVID. That's just you never need to do that again. That sounds awful. But we can get into this bad boy, and
better than getting tested for other things at the clinic. You know what I mean?
We can't go through an episode without you being a little pervert. What's wrong with you? I mean, you're not wrong, but
I'm not wrong. Yeah.
I didn't say. I mean, you're not. I mean, I don't know. Are those other things gonna? Maybe they could. I don't know. We're not going into that. We are not going into that right now at all. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna start off with some random news because we like to keep you guys educated on what's going on, not only in America but around the world.
Episode, by the way, too. So just
what in the heck is that?
It's lean, dude.
It is not lean.
It is lean.
You are not. That's not even purple.
Dude,
it's like a pink.
Dude.
Oh, Jesus
Mix that lean
Christ.
with some Sprite, dude.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah. Or actually lean, or I forget. Once it's mixed with Sprite, then it's lean. Watch a rap video for me one time, dude. Come on.
I've watched plenty of rap videos. I know exactly what you're talking about, but that's not what you're drinking. Now you're just lying to people, and I don't like liars on this podcast. I just don't.
All right, let's get
I
in.
just
Let's
don't.
get
All
into
right,
our
so
stories. Let's get in.
Before you get whacked out of your mind on that alleged
man.
lean
Let's
over
get into it
there.
before this kicks in, dude.
Yeah, please. Let's talk about some things going on in the world. We're going to start right here in Central Florida. I saw this today on the Huffington Post,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a little concerned about this, and I want to get your thoughts on this. But apparently, according to this article on Huffington Post, the first hub for flying cars is going to be in Orlando, Florida, because of course it is.
Yeah.
And if you're thinking flying cars, yes, you're thinking the Jetsons, and that's exactly what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
This company, Travis Stock Development Corp., they say they are constructing Jetson-like, and that's a quote, Jetson-like aviation facilities in Orlando. And I am all out on this. Before I go into why, Paul, where do you stand on us going to Jetson-like?
Come on, this is a bunch of bullshit,
in the future.
Dude. We were supposed to have flying cars in 2020, or in the year like 2000. We were supposed to have flying
2015,
cars.
according to Back to the Future 2.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I mean, this is nonsense, dude. We can't even kill the coronavirus. Like, you think we're really ready to have flying cars?
One
dude?
has nothing to do with the other.
Come on.
What are you talking about? And the coronavirus, first, that's not on my list, but the coronavirus is cured. You didn't hear this?
I did hear that the coronavirus was cured.
So we can. So now, by your logic, then we can have Jetson cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's getting it, but,
But it's close to being cured, yeah.
Per our conspiracy theory talk last week, and, I've been saying it's been cured once the election's over, and then what happens? Yeah. Pfizer announces 6 days later.
What a coincidence.
We've got a vaccine that we think is going to work. We'll save that for another one. But let's just assume that they can create Jetson cars. Okay. Would you want one?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
Come, what? No. Of course I want a Jetson car. I mean, I'm going to be like, I'm going to die driving it. Like, you think.
Exactly, correct.
Like, I mean, I'm questionable behind the wheel of an actual car.
Because you're sipping lean.
Yeah, exactly. You think if I get behind the wheel of a flying car, that's gonna end well? I don't think so. Like, you're gonna have. Do you have to get a pilot's license?
I don't know how this is gonna work, but it's weird because I actually had a conversation with one of my buddies about not this, because I didn't know this was happening until I looked some stuff up this morning.
Yeah,
we talked about Jetsons, and he brought the point, like, dude, like, I don't want that to be a thing, because what happens when one of those things break down in the sky and just drops and crushes somebody's house?
Oh, it's inevitable.
Like, how is this going to work? That's why I'm out on this.
Yeah.
Let alone, I mean, do I trust myself to go out like I did last night, pound a few brews, and drive home in a Jetson-like vehicle? Absolutely not. I'm hitting a tree or.
It's probably safer than driving a car.
No, what are you talking about? Landing? Try to land that thing when you're – come on. There's no way. I couldn't do it. I know I couldn't do it.
It'd be like that.
I'm a phenomenal driver.
You remember that scene from Wolf of Wall Street where he flies his own helicopter?
Yes, that's exactly what it would be. That is 100% what it would be.
Yeah.
And I don't want to live in a world where I'm down here on the ground how God intended us to be. We'd have wings if he wanted us to fly, guys, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So safe, here I am thinking I'm safe on the ground. Then I've got some clowns up in the air just dropping out of the sky because they're living in their little Jetson high places. I don't like this. I'm not a fan of this, and I'm pretty upset that, of course, we have to do this in Orlando.
Yeah, I mean, of course it would be Orlando. I mean, like, it's Florida. It's got to be in Florida. We got to test it out in Florida.
Don't we have enough going on
before we can bring it other places? Yeah, it's got to be tested in Florida. Yeah.
Can't we do this in California or something where no one cares what happens to them?
Put a couple Florida mans in it, and we'll see if it works.
That's why we're gonna die. They're gonna put an alligator in it just to make somebody laugh on the internet, and then I'm gonna have an alligator come crash in my house.
An alligator and methamphetamine in the car and see what happens first try. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
That's exactly what's gonna happen. Yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen. So I'm all out on that. I'm not happy about this at all. Don't think it's gonna work. But I mean, yay, Florida. We get something else to brag about. We're all going to die from Jetson cars or COVID. Yeah. Take your pick. Although COVID's cured now. So what do you do? Yeah. Well, let's go outside of the states here for a second. All right. Because we are men of the world. We talked about Ireland a little bit on the last episode. I'm never going back there because of tarantulas. back there like I've ever been there to begin with.
Yeah.
Who am I? So again, today, just, I don't have a job. I'm scrolling the internet for some things we can talk about while you're working hard over there in the salt mines.
Yep.
So I'm on this website, upi.com. Don't know what UPI stands for, but they had some interesting news articles that I looked at.
Yeah.
And this one, it's coming out of Japan. I'm going to try to pronounce this city. I'm going to butcher it. Takikawa?
Yeah.
Do you think I got that? So
yeah,
Takikawa,
yeah.
I'm really putting a honky voice in there. Like you can hear how white I am. Yeah. Takikawa, Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently, I don't even know there were bears in Japan. Not a.
Yeah, no, I was shocked by this news too.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of bears are there, and I don't want to. I could say something real Trumpian and make a joke about panda bears or something, but we're not going to do that. I'm not going to assume what kind of bears they have, but apparently people are getting attacked by bears in Japan. Mm-hmm. So to confront this, they have made robotic wolves, because of course Japan would have robotic wolves, to ward these bears off. And this is concerning to me.
I don't like
all this news is concerning. Yeah. What do you not like about it?
I mean, I've seen this is similar to they got these up here in Boston at MIT. These fucking robot
dogs. Yep.
I don't like any of it, dude. They're gonna kill us eventually. It's just a matter of time, dude. If you don't think that those things are gonna learn that we are the problem with Earth and kill us eventually, you're crazy. That's absolutely what's gonna happen. Probably in the next 15 years.
Can I tell you something that really freaked me out? So I had to do, for the class that I'm in right now, intellectual properties.
Okay.
We had to do a discussion that was due yesterday. You're familiar with these discussions, but for people at home, you pick a topic, you write a couple paragraphs on it, bada bang, bada boom.
Yeah.
You're done. So for it, the one that stuck out to me that I picked was, should robots be able to claim copyrights? And in one of the articles that I had to read, apparently this dates back to 2016. Mm-hmm. Europe has had ongoing conversations about deeming robots, like legitimate artificial intelligent robots that are helping in, nursing facilities, medical operations. They're considering making them legal electronic persons, taxing them, allowing them to have copyrights, allowing them to create little societies. And so it looks like between Japan and Europe, those are going to be the first two places where Skynet takes over.
Yeah.
We got to stop this. We eventually we need to cap this.
It's already too late.
No, man. We could cap technology right now and start wiping this crap out and solve the problem. We have to stop evolving as people and getting better with technology. What more do we really need to get better with technology? What are we missing out on right now?
I mean, dude, they already have like a pretty much a robot human that they can they can jump from things to things. They can do like a backflip, dude.
It's not okay.
They're going to put a gun in that thing's hand, dude, and it's all over, bro. It's all over. So it was a good run for humans. I mean, 10,000 years or whatever or so. No, longer than that. Right?
We're going to keep going. We got to stop.
It was a good run. It was a good run, but we got about who knows, maybe just till the end of 2020. Yeah.
Is that what this has all been leading up to?
Might as well end on an even year. Yeah. What if they you remember how the world was supposed to end in 2000? Maybe they would just
Y2K or whatever.
They were just 20 years off. You know what I mean? That would make sense.
I don't know.
It's hard to predict those things when you're thousands of years out. Yeah.
How much better does my cell phone need to be? How much more intelligent do my cars need to be? Can't we just be good? Can we just stop this right now?
Yeah, I mean we could. Yeah.
What? How much more soft as a species do we need to get to rely on all these technologies and all this crap to where eventually it's just going to kill us?
I mean, you could argue it's
because we're all fat stooges on a couch doing nothing.
It's definitely going to be the downfall of society is technology.
100%. 100%.
All this shit that's come from just social media. All this shit that's you know what I mean? People are crazy because of social media. They can't see the difference that it's not real life anymore. That's real life to a lot of people, unfortunately.
What are you saying? Social media isn't reality? Is that what you're telling me? Is this another life lesson?
This is a life lesson, dude.
God, you teach me
By the way, subscribe to the Bush League Bros podcast on Twitter, YouTube, and
Facebook. What a plug right there. Look at that.
But social media is ruining the world. Yeah. But subscribe. Sure. Yeah.
I mean, our social media is enhancing the world.
Oh,
We are one of
exactly.
the
Yeah,
ones that are
exactly.
turning the
Right.
tide in the right direction.
Yeah.
But yeah, every
Oh,
scumbag that posts a Minion meme or some Alex Jones
yeah. We don't have this posted on
controversy,
here, but I do want to bring this up. Have you seen this like trend on Facebook where like anyone that's like right wing that was on Facebook is going to this site that's called Parler?
I
Or
have seen this, yes.
yeah. Um, I mean, I gotta say, I mean, apparently they're doing it because like you're not like you don't get censored on Parler. But I saw like the greatest meme ever where it was like, Republicans have been calling Democrats snowflakes for 4 years since
And
they
now they
lost.
have a safe
And now
space.
and now they lose the election and they have to leave Facebook and go
Yeah,
to a safe space
I
where they
gotta
can
tell
say
you,
the things they want. I
I'm
mean,
not.
it's very ironic. I'm not like
I don't want to get
we're
too
we're pretty
political
down the middle
here,
in this podcast,
but
but that's
no.
just
Well,
great.
hang
Yeah.
on, hang on. I
I
mean,
love when people are hypocritical. Yeah.
let's. Yeah, this is not a. This is an attack on people. Yeah, we will
No,
attack
it's just
hypocrites
hilarious.
all
Yeah.
day long,
Yeah.
100%. And Republicans, I mean, do better. I am still technically a registered Republican, but if you want to
Yeah.
get off Facebook. Because, I mean, the only reason I have Facebook is, one, to promote the show, and two, to connect with a couple people that I only talk to on Messenger.
I mean, I almost want to
But
get it just to see what's being said on there. 'Cause
no,
I'm sure it's
absolutely not.
hilarious.
I'm sure, like, I would, like, just want to kill myself in the first 5 minutes. But, I mean, how pathetic it. Okay, we've known for years, well before even the last election, Facebook, pretty scummy place where Facebook does some pretty
Of
scummy
course.
things, tracking you and allowing some things, but not other things. Of course,
Yeah.
I mean, it's their business. They can be biased however they want.
Yeah.
That's, whatever. So can Twitter and Instagram, which is now sadly owned by Facebook.
Hmm.
They all can. But I mean, you're gonna get mad because the Democrats won, so you're gonna go to your safes, man. This is absolutely
Exactly.
pathetic. I am
Exactly.
a
It's
little
hilarious.
tired
Yeah.
of. It does seem like the tide has turned to where I'm sure there's still plenty of liberal snowflakes and things like that on their side too,
Oh,
but
there for sure.
it's funny to see the ones that were calling those Democrats all these names, now all of a sudden they are acting the exact same way, kicking and screaming, I'm not going to do this or that or
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Like, it is a little like, come on guys, grow up or just go away. Like, I'm sick of them. But
Yeah.
I've definitely noticed that.
I mean, Parler is this thing's definitely not going to last either.
What a
Right?
dumb
Like, Parler
name.
is a terrible
I don't
name.
know.
What do you think when you hear the word Parler?
I don't know. Like
I think of Robert Kraft getting jerked off in a massage parlor, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, can we go an episode without you talking
I'm
about
just
someone
saying
getting a Robert
that's
Kraft?
exactly what else is a part. Like, I guess a parlor used to be like saloon, right? I don't
Yeah.
right. Is that like?
I don't know.
But
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
the only phrase I have ever hear parlor in is massage parlor.
Yes.
Typically
I thought it was like a
related.
hair parlor. I thought
Yeah,
I
I
was thinking like a
guess. Yeah,
salon or something.
massage parlor. Robert
Yeah,
Kraft
just getting Robert Krafts all
jerked
day.
off. Yeah, or
You got a problem, pal.
yeah.
Can't go one episode without talking about getting a Robert Kraft. You got a real problem.
I'm just saying, man. That's like, I mean, what? Like, I feel like it's just the worst name I could imagine for a social media.
Yeah, Parlor. I will agree. Parlor, not
Yeah.
a strong name, but it's also not a strong platform. It's for a bunch of people that can't handle somebody else's news that they don't like. Build a bridge, get over it, people. Grow up.
All right. Let's
anyway, last one.
This very important next topic.
Last one. Is this an important subject? This kind of grossed me out.
It is gross, yeah.
Okay, all right, good. So we're going to be on the same page on this one. So since 2012, people who are big fans of the McRib, for whatever sinful reason, have not been able to enjoy this alleged delicacy, okay? So now, December 2nd of this year, 2020 will finally bring some good news to some of you fatties out there. McDonald's bringing back the McRib. Yep. I've always thought this was a gross sandwich, even when I was a kid. Not a big deal to me, but I see people clamoring for it. Why?
I don't know, man. I don't think I've ever actually even had a McRib. Have you?
Yeah, I said I've had it when I was a kid, and I didn't get it. Like, as a kid, I loved McDonald's.
I don't see the appeal of a McRib. Yeah.
It's not even a rib.
I mean, I'm kind of out on fast food in general. I'm a pretty, outstanding, healthy human being over here. Except
I don't believe that.
Except when I get sick all the time.
You've got a
But
horrible immune
no,
system and you're sipping lean right now, so you are not a healthy
I'm
person.
trying to cure my cough over here. Anyways, no, the McRib, I'm totally out on the McRib. I will not be going to McDonald's to get a McRib. I do the
Good.
thing where, I mean, don't get me wrong, McDonald's is good, but it's like I do it like once every like 6 months. I go ham on like a Big Mac, large fry,
No.
milkshake, just go to town.
Milkshake over a McFlurry? Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, maybe that's what I meant. I don't know. I get.
Yeah.
I do the whole deal. That's what I mean. I get McCrazy as I should say.
McCrazy.
Yeah.
They might be patenting that right there off you. You might want to go trademark that one. But yeah, the only time I ever really want McDonald's is when I'm driving home from a night of drinking and I know it's going to help me wake up the next day.
Yeah, of course.
Get 2 McDoubles and a McDonald's Sprite so I don't get any caffeine in me. Yeah, that way you wake up the next day feeling like $1 million, except the fact that you ate McDonald's. But I'll take that feeling over a hangover any day. So McRib. I know it's big news nationally. Yeah, figured we talk about it, but I'm glad at least we're on the same page on this one.
The only sandwich like that had hype that kind of lived up to it was when Popeyes put out that fucking chicken.
So can I tell you something? That's really funny. That's really funny that you bring it up. You know what I just had for the first time today? So I need to apologize for all my fellow and former Chick-fil-A employees out there. I have sinned.
I know you're cheating, dude. Yeah.
I have sinned. I fought it for a long time, but today is like this. Today we're recording Thursday. Saturday is my last day I'm cheating this week. And then I'm back into hardcore workout, hardcore diet. And,
there we go. Yeah.
You gotta stay looking good. Outside of the drinky winkies that I'm sure I'll be having throughout any given week just to survive 2020. Yeah. I got to get back on. But this week I already kind of screwed up early in the week. So I'm like, I'll take a week off. I've already kind of hurt my neck a little bit. I'll rest, get back at it. So I was like, what is something that I haven't had in a long time or something I've never had that I could eat this week? And today I decided it was going to be Popeye's chicken, and I was going to try the chicken sandwich. It is not as good as the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. It's not. But I went in
it's close, man.
It's correct. Hang on.
Okay.
I went in with low expectations because, I don't hate Popeyes.
Popeyes kind of sucks, like otherwise.
Popeyes,
yeah.
It's better than KFC, but you never really, with most fast food restaurants nowadays, you never feel good eating thereafter. But
no.
Even, when I eat fast food for like every meal, every day of my, like a 5-year run, that was not healthy. You would just feel like you were eating pure grease. So I went in with low expectations.
It's terrible, yeah.
And it is greasy. The sandwich is greasy, but it is a lot better than I expected it to be. It's a good sandwich. It is a good, and I might have to. No, I got the classic.
Ooh,
I got the classic.
Go spicy, dude. Go spicy.
Well, I wanted to go classic first because that's
Yeah.
I figured we'd talk about this someday, but now I might, after I finally go get a driver's license tomorrow, renewed. Good Lord, finally got through that hurdle. Got my birth certificate. Everything's ready to go.
There you go.
Yeah, so tomorrow, or I probably can't do Popeyes 2 days in a row. That just sounds gross to me saying it out loud.
No, don't do it.
So maybe Saturday. Saturday in between like one of the games, I'll go try a spicy and see how it is. But it's not Chick-fil-A. It's just not. Mm-hmm. But it is it does not mean it's not a quality sandwich.
Yeah. I'm telling you from experience, it is good, but do not eat it multiple days in a row. I made that mistake when it first came out. I got it I want to say I got it like 3 days in a row, dude. And the third day after I ate it, I was like, I don't think I want to eat any Popeyes ever again. Like, and I did eventually eat another one, but I was like, I feel terrible from eating this 3 days in a row. So
not a good call.
But it's a good sandwich, dude.
It's a solid sandwich.
Definitely better than a McRib. That's for damn.
Yeah, I would 10 times out of 10, I would go get a Popeye's chicken sandwich over a McRib, even though I know that I'm going to hell for betraying everything I believe in with
Chick-fil-A. Over on Popeyes, what's up with the fucking fries there, dude? Trash.
I disagree. I got some Cajun fries this time, and I didn't hate them. They're not waffle fries.
Exactly.
Here's what I think.
Those are the best fries on planet.
Yeah, waffle fries phenomenal. I think one of the big things that I didn't like about the sandwich, and maybe part of the problem with the fries have good flavor, but they don't have any good sauces to dunk them in. You got to have a good sauce. And
we got Chick-fil-A having that mayonnaise
or whatever, it's mayonnaise on the sandwich, right? crazy. There's some kind
Yeah.
of sauce on there. I think it's some
That's why
kind
you
of.
gotta get the spicy one because they put like spicy mayonnaise. It's so fire, dude.
Well, that's
You gotta
fine.
get that, man.
I'll try. I will try it. I don't really want. I feel gross right now for eating the sandwich, but I mean, again, you're going to it's fast food. But I
Yeah.
think that's part of the problem is they don't have Chick-fil-A sauce to dunk it in. They don't have their own signature sauce that can measure up, and that's a big part of it. It's
It
a
is, yeah.
big part of it. And their drink selection sucks. Popeyes going with
Terrible.
Pepsi is just not good.
Yeah.
Like I wanted a Dr. Pepper and I had to settle for a root beer, and that was bleh.
That was
I
tragic.
was not happy about that. It's like, come on.
All
Come
right.
on.
Well,
But are you ready to talk some sports?
let's do it. Let's do it.
All
Let's
right,
do
cool.
let's do some sports talk. Yeah, man.
Cool. So now that
We talk sports sometimes. Yeah.
on occasion on this sports talk show, we will get into some sports after we inform you of the important things going on in the world. And I think we've done a good job of that. We talked about capitalism, robots killing us all, and jets and cars. And Bob Kraft, all very important things. But let's go over here. Big event happening this weekend. The Masters started today. Paul Casey, right? He's leading. I think he's got -7
right now. Yeah, I just
Yep.
pulled up the scoreboard.
-7. They're done for today. Obviously, it's 8:00 at night. But
Yeah.
Tiger
He's
is
in
tied
it,
for
bro.
5th. He's only 3 strokes back at -4. I didn't get to watch any of this because I had other things I was taking care of. But
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna start tuning in this weekend. But what really got me excited about Masters weekend, and I know because I sent you the clip of it, or I texted you about it, was during warm-ups a couple days ago. John Rahm's
John
awesome.
Rahm.
John Rahm. There you go. John Rahm. His hole-in-one. I want to see someone do that in a real. I want to see someone do that in the Masters this weekend.
Yeah. I don't know if that'll happen.
Do you want to describe to them what happened?
Yeah, man. I mean, they do this every year. They try and skip it. I think it was on. Was it on the par 3 course? Right. I think that's what they play. Yeah,
I believe
and
so.
it was on the 16th hole. So it's a famous hole where I'm not sure if it's that hole, but it's one of them where someone makes a hole-in-one every year there. Like it's basically kind of like a contest, like to see who can make a hole-in-one in that hole. Because I think the way that hole is kind of designed, they always have it so like the ball kind of funnels towards where the hole is. So there's like everyone's getting the ball close to the pin on that hole, and then eventually someone gets one in, right? And John Rahm skipped it across the pond, 3 skips onto the green, and rolled it like, I mean, it must have rolled at least like 100 feet, right? Like it rolled up and around.
I don't know if it went that long, but it did go for a while.
And went in for a hole-in-one. It was the most unbelievable golf shot I've ever seen, hands down.
It's like he skipped rocks.
Yeah, unbelievable.
The golf ball did like a rock skip. Did you see on Instagram or anywhere on social media the meme where Bugs Bunny from Space Jam had the magnet on the golf ball, so it skipped over, and then when it hit the green and it started doing the circle that you were talking about, they cut to Bugs Bunny grabbing it with the magnet and pulling it in
from Space Jam.
Legendary.
Great meme. Yeah, no,
that was. I don't care that it wasn't in the actual game or the actual competition.
Yeah, I mean, no one would do that.
Awesome, but I want to see someone do that in a real tournament. I want someone who's just out of it, or they're like, okay, it's Sunday. I was in this, but now I'm like 3 strokes back. Let me just go for this to catch back up and just boom, back in.
I don't know if you'll ever see that, just because like going from like 3rd place, say they were like or like 5th place to like 10th place.
There's a lot of money going on there.
Is like probably like, I don't know, like a couple $100,000. So I don't know if they would quite do that. But
come on,
I'd like to talk about, could Tiger win this again, man?
He is not. This was, if I remember correctly from what I was looking at earlier, this is the best start he's ever had in the first round of the Masters. So he won it last year, not starting as good. If he's coming out this hot, you absolutely have to put him in the conversation of someone who – and who would you rather see win, Paul Casey or Tiger Woods?
I mean, I feel like golf needs Tiger to win this. Like of all sports, I mean, golf has been – usually like the summer, there's, the majors are big news, but it hasn't really been like that because of COVID. I think golf needs Tiger to win the Masters, to like get it in people's brains again. I feel like a lot of people probably go and playing golf because it's like one of the safest things you can do right now. But in terms of in terms of like golf coverage, I feel like it's been pretty much on the back burner all summer. So, or, and even up to this fall. I mean, the Masters being in November, it does seem weird, right? A little bit where, although the course, when I was watching it today, I mean, they cut that course with like scissors, dude, like blade by like it still looks immaculate in November. It's unbelievable. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. And I think the best thing golf wise that I've watched all year was Tiger and Peyton versus Brady and Phil Mickelson. I want more of that. That was electric.
Which was a long time ago.
Yeah,
that was like mic'd up the whole time. I want golfers mic'd up on every tournament.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Just trash talking to each other the entire time.
Exactly.
And that made me, like, when I watch that, I'm not the biggest. I'll watch the big tournaments, especially on, like, a Sunday when, football's not on at the beginning of the year or whatever.
Yeah.
I like it. It's relaxing. You don't have to stress about it.
I'm a big major guy when it comes to golf.
Yeah, but
everything else, come on. Yeah.
The Tiger, Peyton, Brady, and Mickelson thing, like, when I watched that made me not only want to go play golf, I'm like, okay, I need to watch all the golf that I can.
Yeah.
So for like 2 weeks, I was watching collegiate golf, all this, and it didn't feel the same, obviously, because it's a different one's just for fun. These other people are actually going.
Yeah.
But I do think if they had more fun like that, miking them up, letting us behind the curtain a little bit, letting them have a little more personality, I think golf could be a phenomenal sport to watch all the time instead of just 3 or 4 times a year.
Yeah. They need to, I think eventually you'll see as the older generation of golfers dies off, right? I think.
God, you are morbid.
Yeah. I think you'll see golf become.
Once we get rid of all the olds,
more of like
just kill them all.
Not an exciting sport, but I'm saying like the reason golf is like so stuck up and boring is because like there's all these old timers that are like, we gotta fucking follow the rules, or like we have to follow the traditions of golf and like report each other for stupid rule violations. Like, it just, I don't know, like it turns me off to the game when they're like, there's like a rules official coming out and telling you like hit one blade of grass, so you have to take a stroke or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Yeah. You should be able to have one mulligan per round, or, you know what I mean?
I don't care about a mulligan. I ain't worried about that. Just mic them up and let them talk some smack and just let them have some fun.
But I think even if Tiger doesn't win, they need him to be in it.
If he's in the hunt, the ratings are going to stay
through the roof.
High.
Exactly.
And those cats, once it gets to Saturday, Sunday, if they still see Tiger close to the top of that leaderboard stalking him,
it's nerve-wracking, right?
They're going to start choking.
I mean, the thing with Tiger is that he, of maybe anyone else on tour, plays that course the best out of, like, it's almost like a home course to him. Like, he is so good at that course, and he has been forever. I mean, he obviously had a long period of time where he didn't win there until last year, but it like wasn't a surprise when he won last year because he knows how to play that course. Like, that's the tough thing about, like, almost no young guys or like guys that are first playing that course really. Like Patrick Reed won a few years back, like, but he went to college in Augusta, so he like got to play there. You know what I mean? There was like, that was the reason why he probably won there, is you have to like have played that course a good amount to really be able to win there. So, and it's not like even the pros. The thing is like these pros can play anywhere, right? But even pros can't necessarily play at Augusta National unless they win, and then they become a member and they can play there whenever, right? But it's like the most exclusive golf course in the world. So like if you've won it, you can go there and play. I think at any time, right? Like if you're technically a member. So yeah. So that makes a big difference. You know what I mean? Compared to these other courses where these guys can go play whenever. Yeah.
We'll play there one day.
I don't think that'll happen.
Oh, we'll do it. We'll do it. And I'm going to hit that same hole-in-one shot that Ron did.
I'd like to. I don't need to play there. Like, I just would like to go.
Oh, no. We're going to play there. What are you talking about? Shotgun a few beers, get kicked off. It's going to be a great story. Never be allowed back.
Drive your golf cart.
I win. Green. I mean, if no one's watching, I don't think
they allow golf carts there. I think it's like
they probably don't.
Yeah.
They probably don't.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll play there sometime. Sure.
Yeah, of course. Once we make it big. So, absolutely.
I'm excited, though. we'll probably talk about this again on the next episode. It'll be if we do it Sunday night.
Yeah, we'll know
You
who
know what I mean?
won. We'll do a little recap of what happened.
exactly. So stay
But
tuned.
hey,
Go Tiger, though. That's all.
go Tiger and DeChambeau. I know you love him.
Mm-hmm.
Big DeChambeau fan.
No, I'm not
over
a
there.
big DeChambeau guy. Yeah.
No, you love him. Probably your favorite.
I think he sucked it up today. I don't think he played well today.
Yeah, I didn't see him anywhere close to the top. But let's hop over
-2.
NBA. Okay, so he's still in it. But
Yeah.
NBA, big news. The rumor mills, the offseason, this quick offseason is here. We've got NBA free agency, I believe, happening on the 20th. The draft is Saturday, the 14th, I think. I don't know. Draft's coming up. Either way, it's all heating up.
Yeah.
You guys can fact check me on there. That'll probably be the one thing I get wrong
There's
today.
all sorts of it's so weird, though, because it's not like typical. You know how like the NBA has done a great job at dominating like the summer headlines with their offseason stuff? Like it's not the same this year because football is going on. You know, it's not the same. Like everyone's locked in on NBA free agency. Would you agree?
Yeah, well, and I feel like before today there really wasn't anything to talk about, but today they're just there was one thing we'll talk about, but today just stories just start dumping on who could be going where and what's happening, and really the big ones. I'll break down kind of the big four names on here.
Mm-hmm.
According to ESPN's Shams Charania, Russell Westbrook, Shams Charania. It's Charania. I've seen him on other podcasts. I got that name right. Boom. I had to double check it was him. But Boom roasted. All Shams has got to say is this cat Russell Westbrook of the Houston Rockets. Mm-hmm. He has requested a trade today. Mm-hmm. And then we also have he also said that James Harden seems content in Houston, but there are people that are interested in acquiring him, such as the Philadelphia 76ers. Not a big surprise there. Other two big names, and I don't even know if the other one's really a big name anymore, but Chris Paul looks like he might be headed to Phoenix. OKC is shopping Chris Paul around. Phoenix is the number one suitor right now. And DeMar DeRozan, the Lakers are interested in trading DeMar DeRozan, giving up Danny Green and Kyle Kuzma. If I'm Popovich, why do I want Kyle Kuzma?
You don't,
I don't see why that happens. But I'm really interested to see, kind of your takes on all of these. Well, let's start with Westbrook. Mm-hmm. Where do you think would be a good fit for him to go?
I mean, I've seen a few different rumors. I saw one where what the big thing that you got to remember with them trying to probably get rid of Westbrook is the money thing, where he's due to get paid like in all of these teams because everything that's happened. The NBA, all these teams have lost money, right? Like from not having regular season games, whatever. Like, and they're due to pay Westbrook probably. It's got to be $40 million plus next year, and then I think the year after that it's like 45. Like his contract is ridiculous. He signed one of those super max contracts.
Sure did.
So any team, that's going to trade for him is got to be giving up something similar that they're paying in salary already. I saw something that the Celtics could trade for him, it would be like Kemba, which would match some of that salary and some other stuff. I don't know that I would love to see Westbrook on this Celtics team, considering one of the main
take the ball out of their hands.
Yeah, one of the main reasons I thought that the Celtics failed in the Eastern Conference Finals was because they had a ball dominant point guard in Kemba, where like that wasn't what that team needed. They needed a guy that would facilitate to Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and so if we're gonna get Westbrook now, I mean, granted, Westbrook can play. I mean, when he wants to, can play a little better defense. Like Kemba, I'm out on Kemba, dude. Like I'm trade Kemba as a Celtics fan.
That's a rumor that they're trying to trade Kemba.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and I absolutely believe they should. The one. For Westbrook, I mean, you know what you're getting with him, man. He's
where do you want him to go?
Ball dominant guard. Where do I want him to go?
Where do you want him to go? Where do you think would be a good fit for him?
I would like to see him. I feel like he fits in New York. I think he should go to the Knicks. I think
I
the
don't
Knicks
wish
should
that
try and get him.
upon him. Who's he going to play with? Oh, that poor guy.
No, but I feel like it would be very Knicks, like for him to go there and average like 30 a game while they go like 12 and 72 or something, 12 and 70 or something. So that would be like, it would be like when Melo was there, it would be very fitting for that to happen. Will that happen? I don't know, but I think New York wants stars. Maybe that'll happen. What's James Dolan's probably dumb enough to push his GM to make it happen, but who knows? I could see him in the Knicks. It's tough to see him. Like, I don't know. His salary is so high. It's like how many teams can really justify taking him on unless they give like something big back in return? A couple of stars back in return or whatever it may be. So the salary thing is tough with that, and not a lot of teams want to pay him that much salary.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But I don't want him on the Celtics.
Okay.
Although I would take him over Kemba if that makes sense. I would take him over Kemba right now. I think Kemba's.
I think Kemba's better at playing with guys that need the ball than Russell Westbrook would be, and part of what
Westbrook does pass the ball, dude.
Yeah,
Kemba
but
is not a
part of what
guard,
part of why he wants out of Houston is he wants the ball in his hand again. He didn't like not having the ball in his hand last year.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen, and it shouldn't happen when you have Tatum and Brown, two young guys. One you just paid, the other one you're about to pay.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think the Celtics are a good fit.
Yeah, sticking on my Celtics and NBA rumors that I did see, I saw. How do you like this? Kemba to the Pelicans
for Drew Holiday. I did see that straight up.
I love that. I think Drew Holiday is the type of guy that team needs.
I think it makes sense for you guys. Yes, I don't know that it makes sense for
the Pelicans.
No. Yeah, they need that leadership that Drew Holiday brings. Who else is playing defense other than him on that team?
Zion don't block some shots. Yeah.
Yeah, when he plays the 19 games that they let him play. Like, come on. So, no, I don't. I saw that one today, too. I don't think that's going to happen.
I know. I've, forgot about Zion because, he wasn't in, you know what I mean? He wasn't in the bubble. Really,
yeah, because they wouldn't let him play. And,
so it's I've, forgotten that Zion Williamson is a freak of nature that could potentially take over the NBA, but we'll see.
Could.
Yeah.
If they let him play. # free Zion. Let's get that trending. Free Zion.
I feel like
the Magic will let him play. I
feel like that's like a Bob Marley song. Yeah.
You want to sing it?
No.
How would that song go? No? Okay.
Isn't Zion a Bob Marley thing?
I don't have a long catalog of Bob Marley songs in my head that I could confirm that for you. I'm sorry.
Pretty sure I'm right on that one, but we'll move on.
All right. Okay. So what about Harden? Do you think Harden's going to stay, or do you think he's going to go anywhere?
I think the only place he would go would be the 76ers, but I think he stays, dude.
Do you like that fit with him and Embiid? Because it'd probably be for Tobias Harris and Ben Simmons or something like that.
Well, I thought I saw that they would try and make it happen without or Simmons too. I don't know. I thought
you can't have Ben Simmons and James Harden. That don't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. But yeah, I think I like him and Embiid better than Simmons and Embiid for sure. I think you have because you're kind of giving a combination of what both probably need, right? Embiid is a dominant inside force that hasn't had he's had some shooters around him in his time there, but obviously Simmons can't shoot the three or make his own offense consistently. So that would be good for him. And then Harden has been on teams that are just all shoot all threes but haven't had that team that was in the playoffs had no one down low that could play, down the block, and he would have Embiid for that. So I think it could be a good fit. It'd be shocking to me, if that were to happen, because obviously it seems like Westbrook's gone, that the Houston just blowing it up then. It's over. Which it probably should be. Do
you think James Harden is a problem? Do you think people don't want to play with James Harden?
Yeah, I could see that. But I think it's almost the right move for him to go to a new team at this point, because it's like what are we doing, man? Like you're not gonna
Yeah,
win
Rockets
for the
ain't going
Rockets.
anywhere.
Yeah,
Nope.
we've tried this many a time. Like
Yep.
you guys are not gonna win the way that you play down there. There's probably a reason besides all the China stuff that Daryl Morey's not there anymore, because Daryl Morey, believed in that you could win with a team that just shot all 3-pointers, which I think unless you're the Golden State Warriors, I don't think that that's something that you can really win
But
with.
even the Warriors, they played outstanding. They had Draymond down there. Like they had people that
Yeah,
could play
no,
defense. They
exactly.
had
Yeah.
people that could take it to the hole. I mean, especially when they got KD, that was different. These guys are not built anything like
Yeah.
the Golden State Warriors. And
And
I agree. I don't know that he's going to go to the 76ers, but he's got to. His
yeah.
time in Houston doesn't make any sense anymore. Bless you.
Yeah, bless me, dude. All right. Sorry about that. All right. All right. And then DeMar DeRozan, I don't care about DeMar DeRozan.
Good call.
I don't get why. Like, if I'm the Lakers, I don't think that's the move.
I mean, I want to get rid of Kyle Kuzma if I'm the Lakers, but
yeah, I mean, it's a good move technically for the Lakers. I don't see why the Spurs would do it unless they're trying to dump DeRozan's salary. It's like it's another one of those things where what are we doing? So, but I don't know. I think the Lakers, if the Lakers make that move, I think you got to look at them as the favorites to come out of the West again next year.
I don't know.
But I think they probably already are as is. But I'm excited about. I really hope that like the Warriors are back in it. It kind of
that's the team I'm looking at.
Yeah,
like,
as tired as I got of the Warriors being in the finals every year, not having them around like or competing at all last year. Now I'm kind of like, damn man, I like to watch some Warriors basketball.
They're gonna do something.
Oh,
Something's gonna happen
Curry's
this
gonna be back.
offseason.
Curry's gonna be fine. Clay's gonna be back. He's gonna be fully healthy. I mean, if you think about it, everything that's happened with the season getting delayed and pushed back, it's the best possible case scenario. And then it's going to be even a shorter season. It's the best case scenario for the Warriors. So I'm excited. And they have the number 2 pick.
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. So that could get interesting who they're going to take, or if they flip that,
they're going to flip that for a veteran, and it's going to work out well for them. Yeah. I think the Warriors are going to have a nice season this year. What do you think about, we kind of glossed over CP3 going to Phoenix? Do you like that fit?
I mean, not really. I'd like to see CP3 I'd rather see him come to the Celtics. I know you balked at that when I've said it before, but I think he would be a better fit.
He's going to go to one of the LA teams, I think. But
the
Phoenix one, I would feel better. The big one is the Lakers were an early one, but the Clippers, apparently Kawhi is trying to recruit him to the Clippers, which I don't know. How can you recruit someone that's not on your team who's under contract somewhere else to get traded? Isn't that tampering? I don't know how you can do all this.
Yeah.
Doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but that's
what's
being reported.
They already didn't care about tampering. I'm sure with everything going on, they even care even less. So, yeah, I mean, let it happen. I think CP3 would be a good fit on that team. I don't know. I don't think Paul George is a good fit on that team. I think that they need to.
Oh yeah, Paul George. I don't know if he's going to be on the team either. He'll probably be on the Miami Heat or something by the end of the season. You never know. You know
what's so crazy is that it'd be so funny if that happened. Like, and then because the Houston or the Clippers gave up all that shit for Paul George and traded like all their assets for like years to come for Paul George, and then like if CP3 goes back to the Clippers somehow, and then
he said he's open to it,
and then like Paul George just flames out, or like they just flame out in general. Do you know that Paul George and Kawhi could both leave after this next season?
Mm-hmm.
Which if they flame, I mean, is almost a given conclusion. And then they just traded all of their assets away to.
Don't you know what's happening in 2021?
What?
Kawhi and Giannis are coming to O-Town, baby. That's what's going to happen. We're going to start our own dynasty.
Yeah, maybe.
We're going to become a legitimate franchise finally.
I don't know about that.
Markelle Fultz is the greatest point guard of all time. No.
I think he's
going to be
Orlando. If it's the Heat or bust. I think it's the Heat or he stays in Milwaukee.
It's going to Orlando. Orlando 2021. Book it. You heard it here first, everyone.
Heard it here first.
What's in
All
my
right.
cup? I don't know. But let's
Not lean, bro.
No, you're absolutely right. I am not drinking lean. But you know who probably is drinking lean? Every single one of your players on the New England Patriots. Your team stinks, bro.
Hey, man, we
can
won,
you
bro. We're on a winning streak.
You're on a winning streak because you beat the garbage Jets with a last-second field goal. Joe Flacco was playing like 2012 Joe Flacco against you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are sorry.
Yeah.
How can you be happy about that win?
I can't say that I'm like super thrilled about that win. I was watching that most of that game just like furious, but like still got like excited when we won at the end just because I was like, oh, we've like won a game. Like feels nice to win a game. I haven't experienced this in a long time. We still got a shot, dude. We still got a shot. We just got to run the
shot
table.
At what?
I told you, dude. We shot at the playoffs.
You
are
not going to the playoffs. Cam Newton stinks. This defense is garbage.
He really does stink. He made a big throw at the end of that game, but
goody.
He just he can't. He's so inconsistent with throwing he just looks horrible too when he throws the ball. Like it's either like 5 yards over someone's head or like 5 yards short into the ground, and I'm like, it just it makes me miss Tom Brady.
Y'all also need to start losing.
That
might be the most inconsistent team in football right there. 38-3. I clung on, but I still won my fantasy team or my fantasy matchup last week. Not sure how that happened when the Bucs defense gives up 38 points, but
hey, there you go. Good pull out for you, but
a win's a win.
My Patriot. I mean, that would have been the most embarrassing part of this if we had lost and gave the Jets their first win, and that would have been terrible. So I'm happy that didn't happen. At least we have to beat the Jets when they're that bad. So we did. So
you made Joe Flacco look like a god. It was I turned that game on and I was like, what am I watching right now? What is this? Why are the Patriots just trying to screw me out of my lock of the year with the Jets going 0-16? What's happening here?
I know. Bill Belichick.
Did Paul get on the phone and say, hey, let's screw this up for Brett here. Let's tank this game. But
I picked that game right though. I did win pick on that game.
You did. You took the points, and I don't know how that happened. Jets, you are still in the hunt though for Trevor Lawrence. So good for you guys, and your team still won. So I guess good for you guys. But if you think you're going to the playoffs, you are drinking something way stronger than lean. And
what do you think about? Accept it. So, on a side note with that, obviously there's been all this talk about how Trevor Lawrence won't go to the Jets. What if
he hasn't said that?
I know, but
people think he won't.
Yeah. What if? I mean, obviously, Adam Gase fired. What if Dabo becomes their coach? Do you think he could go there?
Dabo Swinney is not going to leave a premier college team that's always in the national title picture.
Yeah.
To go to the worst franchise in the NFL. It's not going to happen. 0% chance.
But these college guys, man, as much as they always say,
I think Dabo will try to go to the NFL someday, but it will not be for the New York Jets. I promise you that. I could see Jim Harbaugh going to the Jets before I see Dabo.
Yeah, you're probably right. It would be the comparison almost, though, of when Saban went to the Dolphins during that time frame when he was, he had won at least one title, right?
He won the LSU title, yep.
And he went to the Dolphins, who were, at the beginning of their – I mean, they actually had some success with him at, a little bit, but –
yeah.
They were at the beginning of that, this terrible stretch they're just coming out of, right? Or basically, right? This stretch where they've been a stinker NFL team for it feels like 2 decades. So, so it would be similar if Dabo went to the Jets. I do think you're right. But if he went with Trevor Lawrence, that's what I mean. If it was a package deal, it could happen, right?
No, 0% chance. If I'm the Jets, though, I am looking for a head coach right now. And I don't think they could get him either, but I'd be calling Urban Meyer every single freaking day. That's who the Cowboys should have hired this past offseason. That's who I wanted them to hire. I'd be looking at Urban. I'd be looking at Lincoln Riley. I'd be looking at someone in the college ranks because I don't know.
Urban will come back at some point, right?
Oh yeah, Urban's not done.
He ain't
Urban's not done.
You know, he comes back. He's got to go to an NFL team because at least
yeah, that's his last thing on his list.
If you get in a scandal in the NFL, at least it's not as big. You don't have to quit your job over it or pretend like you have a heart attack and leave your job.
Let's not attack the Florida Gator program, okay? There's no need to do that.
It's not just the Florida Gators, though. It's with at OSU at Ohio State, too.
Well, we know Ohio State's a bunch of scumbags, but let's not throw that to the Gators are a pure university that has never done anything wrong.
I've never needed a documentary more in my life than that. It's the 07 team, right? The Florida Gators.
It was the 07, 2008 is when we won the championship with Tebow. 07 was his Heisman year, and 09 was really, you could go from 2006 to 2009.
That whole stretch
where you had
Hernandez is on the team.
Riley Reed, or not Riley Cooper. She might as well have been on the team.
Exactly.
Jimmy Tebow. Dude,
what's funny? What was going on? Yeah.
What's hilarious is, so I don't know if you know this, but when I was living in Gainesville, for some of that time.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Tebow and Riley Cooper, and a couple other players did too, but lived in the apartment complex me and my buddy were living in.
No way.
And so I ran into Tebow once in the laundry room. I had a little freak out.
Yeah.
But so I knew what kind of car he drove. And next to him was always parked this giant pickup truck.
Yeah.
And it was Riley Cooper's. And what was hanging on the back of – what do you think Riley Cooper would have hanging on the back of his pickup truck?
The nutsack. Yeah.
Yep, 100%. And my buddy and I, we couldn't get past here you have Jesus playing football, living with balls on truck Riley Cooper, who we would find out is kind of a – maybe not a racist, but
questionable,
is okay with using certain terms that we shouldn't use. But that would be an electric documentary. I don't know how you could do it, but
Percy Harvin was on that team too, right?
Percy Harvin, Brandon Spikes. There was some guys on there.
I've never needed a 30
Reggie
for 30
Nelson.
more. Yeah, I've never.
Oh, you don't need a 30. You need a last dance of that. You need multiple hour-long episodes of what in the world, Urban Meyer. There was so much going on then.
You almost imagine coaching all those guys. It would give almost anyone a heart attack. So I kind of feel for them, man.
Trying to put all of the crimes under wrap, allegedly. We got to cover all this up allegedly with the Gainesville police, and
that's that
go
must
win
have
a
been
national championship.
The stereotypical in a movie where the big college program. And there's all this shit going on behind the scenes that gets covered up. That's what I mean. That's why maybe we just need a movie made about it. That would be electric as well. But
I'm going to watch it. I'm all in. I'm all in on this. This is a great idea. This is a phenomenal idea.
I need Scorsese to direct it. And
there could be some mob ties to it. So maybe Scorsese could pull that off.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah. So
you might be onto something there.
Never needed one more.
Get Hollywood on the line here.
I know it gets brought up all the time, and I'm sure it will be done at some point. But it would be similar to
an interesting locker room.
The ones they made about Miami in the
80s Miami with Michael Irvin and Jimmy Johnson.
Those are some of my favorite ones. Yeah, exactly. So we need it. But moving on.
You ready to do some picks?
Let's do some picks. I got my picks.
All right, cool. So you're going to have one extra pick than me this week because this is my bye week. This is your chance to catch back up. When we do our recap Sunday or Monday, whenever we record next, I'll have our records. But we got to start with our locks of the week. And I'll let you go first this time.
Yep.
What matchup is your lock of the week?
So I'm taking a team that I think is going to bounce back this week.
All right.
Because they got Mr. Tom Brady. He just got smoked.
All right.
38-3.
The old Buccaneers.
I used to say that when Bill Belichick loses a game, he doesn't lose 2 games in a row, but
you're right, he doesn't. He loses 4 games in a row.
Exactly, yeah. That got kind of blown up in my face. Mm-hmm. But it still applies to Tom Brady. Tom Brady does not get blown out in 2 games in a row. They are -5.5 favorites over Carolina. They absolutely win that game. They win going away. Brady has a great game. I think that's got to be the super lock of the week for me, yeah.
I like that a lot. I know Carolina had a good outing against Patty Mahomes and the Chiefs last week, but No Christian McCaffrey this week. He's out,
Yeah.
which doesn't help them at all. So yeah, I think that's a solid pick. I think you got yourself
I
a
think
winner right there.
pissed off Tom Brady. You got
Yeah.
to take him in that. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Mine, I'm going to stay in your division.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying the Dolphins. They are minus 2.5-point favorites over the LA Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a little low, a little disrespectful for how well the Dolphins have been playing lately. Chargers,
They're frisky.
they're tough. They are a tough team, but they always seem to lose by a field goal or a touchdown at the end of games. So 2.5, I think that's fair. I'm going to lock that in. I'm going to say Dolphins start their roll. What is this? Going to be 3 wins in a row for them.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to keep on rolling. Chargers really like their future once they get Austin Eckler back, and Herbert has proven me wrong. I was not big on him coming into the season.
Mm-hmm.
He's played great.
Yeah.
Big fan of that kid, but they're not getting a win against Miami. Miami minus 2.5, my lock. Over
I like it.
the Chargers.
Like it. All right.
Upset of the week? Upset? Yep, give me your upset.
Whoa. I had a couple of them, dude.
There was a lot to choose from, I think, this week.
I know. But I like this one.
Okay.
I think I'm going to go with this one. Houston +3 over the Browns.
I was looking at that. I think real hard.
Even though Houston, they stink this year, I'll never have faith in the Browns. I think that Houston, I'm not going to say it, but I'm going to take them with the points. But I think that they could definitely win that game. I think we could see a surprise, and the Browns are back to the Browns after.
I don't know if it would be that surprising right now. I feel like a lot of people, Nick Chubb, when's he coming back? What's he doing? No OBJ. Freaking Baker's been awful.
Baker's
been
I think.
Terrible. Is Baker? I might be a good thing for them.
Yeah. So yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. And they still gave them +3 over the Texans.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, come on.
No faith in the Texans.
Come on, you got to at least give them a couple points bump without Bill O'Brien. Like that should help them out even more. But yeah, I like that. I was looking at that pick earlier as well. I think that's a smart one. Mm-hmm. The one I ended up going with was the Rams are minus 1.5-point favorites over the Seahawks. Much like Brady and not the Patriots. Brady and the Bucks. I don't see the Seahawks losing 2 games in a row. Mm-hmm. They came off a tough loss to the Bills, your favorite team in the world. Rams, they're better than I thought they would be. Their defense is playing pretty solid. Jared Goff hasn't been great, but he hasn't needed to get them to where they are. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to pick Russell Wilson. He's not going to lose 2 games in a row. Jalen Ramsey's not going to be able to cover DK Metcalf.
Nope. And
I think Chris Carson's probably coming back for them. That's just going to help them in the run game. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to take Seahawks, even though they're 1.5-point underdogs, over the Rams. Continue their quest to go win that division because that's really between them and the Rams right now if the Cardinals keep losing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I like that pick. Yeah, I can see the Hawks winning. You want to know the game? I'm not going to take this one, but you want to know the game that I almost –
What was the other one?
Took for my upset? I like Cincinnati +7 versus the Steelers.
I was looking at that too, especially if Big Ben doesn't play.
Division game, Big Ben maybe doesn't play. I think he's going to play, but I don't know. I think that game could be close, especially what we saw, how
Steelers aren't very good.
The Steelers are a little stagnant right now. This could be their first trip-up loss of the year, I can see that game staying close, and yeah, I would flirt with putting some money on that, but we'll see. I got to run up to New Hampshire where you can bet legally. Yeah.
Or just get a VPN or something. And
yeah, true. It is.
What are you doing?
It is
get some of your IT pals out there to help you out and gamble away. I don't know how that works. I'm not good at it. Probably shouldn't be advising it to people, but yeah. So I don't have a homer pick this week. Boys are off. We know I wouldn't be picking them anyway. So your Patriots are +7 underdogs to the Ravens. That's tough.
It is tough.
I need you to pick. This is where you could catch up to me record-wise. Right here.
So I should go with my brain on this pick, right? And be smart.
You're not doing this.
And take the Ravens +7 or -7. But I'm taking my Patriots, baby. We're coming. The win streak starts now, man. We're running the table. I told you we're going to run the table. Cam Newton, Superman. I feel terrible taking the Patriots with the points, but
This is a full heart pick.
Yeah, I have to. I have to believe that we can at least keep this game close. I'm not saying we're gonna win this game for sure.
You
But
just said the win streak begins Sunday. That's
I
what you
know.
just said.
I know.
So you're not.
I'm not
You're
taking them
not
to win. I'm not
even.
taking them to
Oh
win.
my God! Are you ever going? You're just going to play this stupid points line the whole rest of the season because you're a coward. You're an
I'm
absolute
not. I'm
coward.
not doing it. I'm not doing
You're
it. I'm taking the
upset. You're not even
Patriots.
picking them to actually upset. You're just picking the points to cover. This one, I mean, if you took the Patriots to win, I'd probably yell at you for that way too. So this is a lose-lose here. But
Patriots +7. I like it. Lock it in. I'm rolling with my
God.
heart,
All
not my
right.
brain, but I'm taking it.
Okay. All right. That's ridiculous. And I won't pick the Cowboys. You know what? I will promise you this. This is my lock homer pick of the week. The Cowboys will not lose this weekend. Put that in writing. Put it in stone.
Lock that in. Yeah.
And you can lock that in too. And I feel good about it.
What are the odds? What are the Vegas odds on that one? Yeah.
Dude, we're gonna get like 8 people that get COVID this weekend, and that's how we're gonna take the L. It doesn't even matter. We're so cursed. So I don't even want to think about that anymore. Let's be done with the sports talk, shall we? And let's go into a little Barside conversations.
Let's do it.
Sound good?
Yeah.
All right. So I got to be honest. I was not real thrilled with how we ended our last episode. Just kind of seemed like a downer. Obviously, we had to cover the news. You shared with the peeps that old Trebek, Jeopardy, Alex Trebek, he passed away this past week. But that just seemed like a downer way to end the show. Not really a way to honor him. It was just kind of news. Oh, here, someone's dead. Goodbye.
Yeah.
And he's someone that, like when Steve Irwin died or when Kobe, people liked this guy. Nobody hated Alex Trebek. Maybe not as beloved, but everyone liked the guy. No one was out on Trebek. So in his honor, I figured we'd do a little game show bar side conversation here.
I like it.
Kind of see where you're at here. So we're going to start here. Because when we were kids growing up in the 90s, we had some electric game shows to watch growing up. I want to know, what is the one show as a kid that you always wanted to be on growing up?
God, this is so easy. I wonder if you're going to have the same one on this one, just because I think if you were a child of the 90s, this is a given. Legends of the Hidden Temple, dude.
Love Legends. Not the one I'm going to pick.
Not the one you're going to pick?
Something else, but
yeah, hands down my favorite show as a kid that I always
do you have a team? What was your team?
The fucking I honestly don't remember. What was
just the Blue Barracudas all day, pal.
Blue Barracudas, yeah.
You gotta go with
the other
what
one?
A cool name. There was the Purple Parrots.
Yeah.
There was the Silver Monkeys, or was it the Red Monkeys?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was Team Barracudas for sure.
Gotta be. You gotta be. That's a great one. So the one I was gonna pick is I liked Global Guts. Okay, Legends of the Hidden Temple is phenomenal. Global Guts, I mean, Guts was good too, but Global Guts, you're representing America. You're climbing up that giant trash mountain at the end.
Yep.
I would have smoked those kids climbing that. Some of those stooges tripping over the little pieces of metal or the boxes. I don't know what they were doing. Like, clearly.
Yeah, they were terrible, yeah.
What are you doing here, guys? But Global Guts was my go-to. I thought I would have done really well with that as a kid.
Yeah, no, that was another great. I mean, dude, those are some of the best game shows ever, man. They don't do stuff like that anymore. They got to bring. I know they talked about bringing Legends of the Hidden Temple back.
Legends, it's supposed to be coming back, and I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably watch it. I'd probably watch
absolutely. it. Absolutely, yeah. Would it be on Nickelodeon again? You think?
I think.
Is Nickelodeon a thing?
It's got to be. Yeah, Nickelodeon's still a thing. Where do you think kids are watching SpongeBob?
Yeah, good point.
Right?
Probably
isn't it Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network? Those are the only two cartoon channels, right?
Yeah, I know.
That I know of.
Do kids still watch the Disney Channel? Do they still watch Disney Channel movies, or no? They watch Disney Plus.
Yeah, didn't Disney Plus kind of kill Disney Channel?
Exactly.
What do you need Disney Channel for?
Yeah, you don't. Yeah.
I did not like the Disney Channel growing up. It's kind of.
Oh man, Disney Channel movies.
Unless they were playing like Monsters Inc. for the movie at night or something like that, like they were giving me a good, real movie. But
yeah, dude, Luck of the Irish, dude, that was a great movie.
I don't know if I've ever seen Luck of the Irish.
Great movie. Smart House, dude. Trying to think of some other good ones. There's many. Even Stevens, dude. Remember that?
Oh, I hated Even Stevens. I was not an Even Stevens fan. Pass.
Great Disney Channel, man. Gotta love the Disney Channel. Now, I'll be honest. I like Nickelodeon more though than Disney
There you
Channel.
go.
I
All
was
right. That's how
more
you
of a
do it. I mean,
Nickelodeon kid.
really, Cartoon Network
I think
was
there's
my preferred. You had
yeah,
Dexter's Laboratory,
yeah,
freaking
yeah.
Johnny Bravo, Courage the Cowardly Dog, and on Saturday mornings they were rocking the original Scooby-Doo's, and Scooby-Doo's the man. I mean,
yeah. No, I mean, cartoons were good when we were a kid. Like, I feel like I don't think there's good cartoons anymore. I don't know.
No, I don't want to watch the crap they have on there now.
Yeah.
I don't even understand what they're watching. But we're not here talking about cartoons. We're here talking about game shows. And like cartoons, 90s, we had killer game shows as a kid. So you were picking Legends of the Hidden Temple. I've got Global Guts. What game show do you think you would dominate now? It can be recent. It can be in the past.
So there was this one recently that I saw. I don't know if you saw this. It was on Netflix. It really was not entertaining to watch, but I would have been sick at this game, or I would dominate if I had to be on this game show. And it was called. I had to look it up. It was called Floor is Lava. Did you see that?
Dude, yeah. What a dope premise.
I would dominate at that show because
I haven't watched it
I
yet.
did that all the time when I was a kid. So I would, you know what I mean? And I'm pretty agile, pretty nimble. I can
nimble.
Climb from things to things easily. I could jump pretty far, man. So yeah, dude, I would dominate that show. I would win hands down. I watched it and I was
is it
I was
true
so
that is it true that when they fall in the lava, they wouldn't let them do any kind of post-game interview because they were dead? They kind of killed them off. That's what I heard about the show.
So it's not that this show is not good. I watched maybe 10 minutes of it before I turned it off because it was terrible. Okay. But I would dominate the show. You know what I mean? Like I would be.
That's fair.
I would win the whole thing. You know, so
I love Floor is Lava. We used to do it. I don't work there anymore. I can say when I was working at Chick-fil-A, we had 2 stories, the office and a bunch of the storage was upstairs. We would start in the kitchen and try to get all the way upstairs to the very farthest back without touching the floor or the stairs. And we all got pretty good at it.
Nice, yeah.
Probably not the best thing because we were stepping on the fryers and, trying to use our hands to go up the guardrails, and the guardrails would get loose and we'd have to, fix the walls. And not something as a general manager that I should have allowed, but when you get challenged to the floor is lava, you're not going to lose.
Have to do it. Yeah.
The floor is lava. I'm not stepping in it.
Nope. Of course.
This is not my earpiece. This is my earpiece. Here we go. Oh my goodness.
All right.
But all right. So here's mine. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
And I should have known the one that you were going to pick. So it's going to take away a little, not this one, but for your kids. This is going to take a little bit of the comedic value out of it. But I am picking Legends of the Hidden Temple. I'm going up against these 5 to 8-year-olds. I'm going to have a blue Barracuda shirt that's way too tight for me. Yep. I'll still look good in it. Yep. I'm pushing these kids over while we're doing the monkey bars over the water. I'm kicking all of them. Any of those little tree guys that try to come out at me and steal my little medallions, I'm hitting them right with a John Jones elbow. Yep. Or maybe I'll go back to Khabib fighting the cougar breath that we all know and love. I'm going to rock the hell out of some Legends of the Hidden Temple. I'm going to do it for the blue Barracudas.
Yeah.
And it's going to...
I mean, I would dominate that
show, It's going to fulfill my childhood and my adulthood. Yeah,
Yeah. I would have taken that if I hadn't taken it as my favorite game show as a kid. So
yeah, I'm going right now, 30 years old. I'll fight these little kids. I don't care. Yeah. I've always wanted to win that game show, and I'm going to.
Maybe if they bring it back, dude, we could team up and be on there, dude.
Dude, how awesome would that be if they just handicapped you and I? We were the blue Barracudas. We had to go up a bunch against the elementary and middle schoolers, and we just took them to town.
I feel like if they bring it back, they almost have to have people our age or people that watch it as kids do it. You can't put young kids they would all suck
so season 1, adults versus kids. Then once kids realize they can't win against us because we are superior, especially us, opening debut episode. Blue Barracudas, Bush League Bros, rocking it. And then all the kids could have their fun after, adults humiliate them for a season.
Yeah.
I think this is a great idea. I think this is phenomenal. And you could what would really spice it up is have them, those Scared Straight shows or whatever, where there's those kids that just act like punks and they go to prison. Yeah. Get those kids out there being the purple parakeets or whatever the hell. Yeah. Have them out there and just give us no rules, and we can actually kick these kids. We can beat these kids back to being decent human beings.
Was it two
All in the
people
good
per
name of
team?
game shows. No, there was more, but I'm saying we handicap ourselves because we're adults. So,
Yeah.
like, I would like to think that you and I could handle
Yeah.
3 other teams with 5 kids each. Like, I
Easy,
think, we're not, no Popeyes chicken sandwiches that week.
No,
can't be doing
no,
that.
have to lay off
No,
those.
no lean. We got to lay off the lean and all
Put the
that
lean
fun
down.
stuff. But I feel
Yeah.
like we would do really well right now with Legends of the Hidden Temple. I have a lot of confidence in us.
Mhm.
What do you think the worst one for you
The
would be?
worst game show I'd be at?
Yeah.
I got 2 different ones that I just know because whenever I like play them, or whenever I've watched them and like tried to like guess them, I'm terrible. One is Wheel of Fortune. I am awful at that game.
Yep.
I mean, you buy a vowel and then I still don't know what we're doing here. But I would have fun spinning the wheel. The wheel would be my favorite part.
I feel like the wheel would absolutely piss me off because I feel like I'd get such bad luck.
I'd spin the shit out of it. I'd spin it like as hard as possible. That would probably be my goal, is to like spin it, make it go around more than anyone else, just to prove dominance. But that doesn't really help that much in that game. And then the next game would be anytime I've ever watched this and try to be like, oh, I could do this. I'm never even close. Is The Price is Right?
You son of a bitch! You just picked mine. I hate The Price is Right.
It's awful, dude.
I don't know what anything costs.
No,
absolutely not.
Yeah, like anytime I guess, I'm like thousands of dollars off.
Yeah, and it's nothing. I don't think I've ever seen an item on that show where it's like, hey, I've bought that before.
No.
No.
It's like, how much is this refrigerator? And I'm like, $300. It's like $7,000 for the refrigerator.
Yeah, and it doesn't even look like a nice refrigerator.
No, yeah.
It's like a 1960s fridge. Like, what are we doing here?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, that was mine. That's the one I'd rather spin, The Price is Right wheel than the Wheel of Fortune wheel, because that one I think shows a little more what you got, the juice you got in you.
Yeah, if you chuck that thing around, I feel like the harder you spin it, the better your odds are getting something good, right?
Yeah, I think so. And you get a really good spin on it, then you just like glare a hole through Drew Carey, who I also can't stand.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you replace Bob
Barker
with Drew Carey?
I mean, I don't think I've watched that show since Bob Barker died, right?
Is Bob Barker dead? I don't know.
Yeah, he definitely died.
Oh, I don't know. I don't keep track of.
Yeah, he'd been dead, dude. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he is.
Been dead.
I mean, he beat up Happy Gilmore, though. So
he did.
Good for him.
Mm-hmm. So.
Price is Right was mine.
Yeah.
But
we got one more, I guess.
We got one more on here. So this is just more of a chance for you to, bash your friends or maybe give them props or whatever. But I want to know. So, we've talked about Legends of the Hidden Temple. That's a team game. Global Guts was more of an individual game. Price is Right is an individual game. But there are, game shows, Family Feud, all of that, where you can use teams. I want to know, your group of friends, if you could go on a game show with your group of friends, would you trust them more in a game that's based more off athletic prowess, like Wipeout, or a game that has more to do with people's intelligence, so like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, or Family Feud, things like that require a team? So like if you phone a friend, do you trust your friends to answer right for you on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty easy for us. I mean, I think me and I would assume your friends probably too. I mean, we would definitely do better at a game where there was more physical challenges than mental challenges.
You saying, or are you implying that you and I are both athletically God-given talents, but we are also the intelligent friend of our group? So asking our friends to be involved in an intelligent.
I wouldn't say that.
Oh, no, you wouldn't say that.
Okay. But I would say that, if I had to take a physical event over like a mental challenge, I think I would want the mental challenge. I guess it would be depend on what event it was, though. It's there's some puzzle games I'm good at, but there's other ones I'm very not.
No, but your friends, though, like, do you trust your friends to do good at those puzzle games, or
no?
Would you rather them go compete in something athletic?
Yeah, no. I mean, I had a pretty athletic group of friends growing up. We all played sports, so I think I gotta go. Like, yeah, if we had a team for Legends of Hidden Temple, we would fucking dominate. Yeah,
Unless my team was there.
yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah,
But we can't. We already have our plan. We're Blue Barracudas. We can't betray that. But yeah, I think it depends on the group of friends for me. So like some of them, I would feel very good. Like, I got a buddy that does Ironman competitions. I'd feel very good about him and a couple of my buddies there doing that. But if I went back to like high school with all the IB nerds that I knew, I feel like I could get a good group there. I would not want to be in anything that was mentally taxing. I stink at Jeopardy. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I think I could do okay at that with it being multiple choice. But why do I want to do that when I could go do Wipeout or something stupid and either look like a fool or dominate and win, which is awesome. Ooh, so yeah, I gotta go.
You know another good show that I think I could compete at if I would need to train a little bit, but is Ninja Warrior, dude. I mean, some of it's really hard, but absolutely I think if I could train a little bit.
I don't see either of us doing American.
Oh, I could Ninja Warrior, dude.
No, absolutely not. 0% chance.
You just gotta jump and like grab things, and
I know what I don't want to hear what you do in your spare time, but I can tell you right now, running up that wall that goes straight up. How tall are you? How tall are you?
Dude. I got that all day.
Are you 6'1"?
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
I know I slouch a little bit in my chair, dude, but I mean, yeah, dude, I'm 6'1" over here, dude. I'm jumping up that wall.
All right, then maybe you could get the wall. I don't know if you could. You do the pegs where you gotta,
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I've done that. No, I used to do that. I used to have a gym where they had those. I used to dominate that. So, I mean, that's what I mean, dude. I was good on the monkey bars as a kid. I don't know as much anymore, but yeah, it's all about grip strength when it comes to that. It's not less about.
We know you got plenty of grip strength.
Good point. But yeah, man, I think Ninja Warrior too. I could give it a go. Yeah.
I want to see that happen.
Yeah.
I need you to start training so when COVID is cured next week,
we can
get you on America. Not we. I have no interest. I'm 5'6". I ain't getting up that wall.
Yeah, that would be tough.
Unless you give me like a ladder or a trampoline. I'm not getting up that wall. Eliminate that and I'm in.
Yeah. We could figure it out. Yeah.
All right. Well, anything else that you got to say about game shows?
No. R.I.P. Alex Trebek.
R.I.P. We did that in honor of him. I'm sure we'll have more fun Barside conversations in the future. But we got to go watch the Colts and the Titans play a little football now. Thursday night football. You picked the Colts. I picked the Titans. Derrick Henry. I need him to go off for fantasy reasons tonight. Let's do the damn thing. So we're going to wrap this bad boy up. That will do it for this edition of Bush League Bros Sports Talk. I am Brett Batchelder. That is Paul Liakis. As always, if you haven't already, please subscribe, as Paul asked earlier, on the YouTube. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Bush League Bros. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, peace.
Peace.